Welcome to a little bit of What Remains of Edith Finch. Man, I am a little bummed that I wasn't broadcasting when this thing opened. It had the most amazing organs. Quite the little piece that they played. Very, very cool song. And there was a ship riding off into the sunset, and then we saw the title. And now here we are. That basically catches us all up. This is recently put up for free on the PlayStation Network, so I was like, hey, let's do it. And coincidentally, my good buddy Patty, you guys know Patty, played a few games, jammed with him. He told me that this would be a game I might be into, which is just coincidental? Fate? I don't know. Could be fate. I don't know. But let's just see what this is all about. I actually don't know anything at all, so I'm pretty excited to see what we're getting into. Backpack, good fashion, Chinese food. Somebody's littering. We got flowers. I do want to see what's over here. Just a whole bunch of... You think we'll arrive at our destination before... I mean, we probably have to do this, but if I just sat here for a few hours, you think we'd end up, I don't know, in a whole different area? That'd be kind of cool. So, I am... Oh, R2. Ooh, wow.
A lot of this isn't going to make sense to you. And I'm sorry about that. I'm just going to start at the beginning, with the house.
Oh boy. First things first. Yep. I'm one of those guys. Let's do it. Although I am curious now. What else are we working with? Dialogue, music, brightness. Yeah, that all seems great. Away we go. Well.
Someone had put up a chain link fence, but it looked like I wasn't the first person to hop it. My brother Milton disappeared when I was 4. It was like the house just swallowed him up.
Okay, so we can zoom in. Oh, that's crazy. Yeah, L1 and L2 zoom in, so good to know.
I lived here until I was 11, but I wasn't allowed inside half the rooms.
What a pretty flower. Okay, so triangle opens that up.
Inside the mailbox were bills from 7 years ago, marked urgent, open immediately.
So it's pretty cool, because we interact with it, and then we can actually... we can just open and close as much as we want.
I hadn't been back since my brother Lewis's funeral.
Oh, that's kind of fun. Just knocking letters away. Similar to The Witness, I do enjoy just looking around, taking in all the scenery, you know? This one isn't quite as bright and happy.
My mother left me a key, but didn't tell me what it unlocked. Maybe she thought I'd know. Or she thought the mystery would be enough to bring me back.
Yeah, let's take this path. Get up in that foliage. Can we go down the river? No. Sadly, no. Oh. Well, we came this way.
The truth is, even after I inherited the house, I never thought I'd come back to it. But now I had questions about my family that only the house knew the answers to.
So this is shaping up to be a lot like a mystery, observational sort of mystery. Just getting little bits of the story as we go. So Mom leaves a key for us in her will. Oh, I'm stuck. And doesn't even tell you what it opens.
The woods around the house have always been uncomfortably silent. As if they're about to say something, but never do.
Yeah, this is the type of game to just put your headphones on, dim the lights, kick back, drinking the story. I'm gonna try and not talk too much, because she seems to...
The house was exactly like I remembered it, the way I'd been dreaming about it.
Look at that thing. Wow! It's quite the architectural feat. I don't know how often I'd want to go up in that end over there. Got what, 4 stilts holding it up? Eey. I guess a tree painted gold. Germ. Anybody else ever make up words out of people's license plate letters? I try and do that occasionally. What else are you gonna do? You're driving. Oh! Hey there, fella. Can I follow you? Yeah, so far pretty limited limited sort of stuff we could do. Which is good, I guess that just means it's gonna focus more on the story.
I haven't driven this way in a long time, but I saw a few hoof prints.
I just got the All Roads trophy, which I'm gonna assume means I went both ways. But I went down there and I came up here. Okay. Well, I'm just gonna head back then. Is this making anybody sick? Okay, I'll stop. Yeah, it doesn't seem like there's a move faster button. Yeah. So we're just gonna be taking our time. Walking along this old path here, gonna take a stroll today. I got trees, I got air, I got sky above me, and everything in front of my way. Doo-doo-doo. Okay, so... no basketball. Ooh. Great sound design so far. Just littered with these missing signs. Yeah, that's some good sound design right there. Oh, well, would you look at that? What is that? I do love it. We can just...
I asked Edie once about the dragon in the pond. She said it had killed her husband. I was 6. It seemed like an odd joke to me, even then.
Huh. But yeah, we can choose where we want to go. I mean, I guess, to an extent. Oh, hello. Let's get the better light on that. What is that? It was like a feather or a leaf or something on a ring? Okay.
As a child, the house made me uncomfortable in a way I couldn't put into words.
If you were into symmetry, this place would give you a whole lot of anxiety. I think it's pretty sweet. I mean, I totally would live in a place like this, but I still don't trust that. Look at that. No. Plus heights give me the heebie-jeebies.
Now, as a 17-year-old, I knew exactly what those words were. I was afraid of the house.
A pretty neat storytelling device. Yeah, let's get a little better look at this. I just need to peep at this a hot second. I mean, I guess roller coasters are held up with only wood beams. Yeah, I don't know, man. I don't know. Strong wind. Oof. I'm gonna explore a little bit. That tends to be my playstyle. This side looks just like your average good old house.
The house felt like it had always been here. Even the swing set was older than my mother.
That's fun. Oh, wait. Wait. I don't want to be in
The
here.
doggy door used to be a lot easier when I was 11.
Oh, please tell me I can go back out. Oh.
The power had been turned off the night we left.
Interesting. It is kind of a one and done thing. So I easily could miss things. Well. Ooh, I would love to get a canoe. Or a kayak. Grain glow. The old tennis ball trick.
For the first time in years, I felt like I was home.
Well, I believe you quite literally are. So she's 17. Where is she been
But instead
living?
of a family, there were just memories of one.
Edith, Dawn, Lewis. Ugh. Well, if you're looking for a little bit of a family tree, there you go. Oh. Well. Northwest Chef. A Viking's Belly. Ooh, that one sounds good. Witch's Kitchen. Oh. Little takeout?
Like how only one restaurant would deliver to our house, so we had Chinese a lot.
They sure tried to cook, or at least learn about cooking, though. Look at all those cookbooks. That is ambitious. That's a lot of dishes. Whipping up Witch's cuisine and Viking cuisine and...
Or how after Lewis started working at the cannery, we all got sick of eating salmon. Except our cat, Molly.
Molly's living like a queen. Alright. Are those still cookbooks? Made of meat. Let's just read some of these. Alright. Wok and tempura. Cosmic cuisine. Witch's Kitchen again. The Hunter's Roast. Weird recipes. Raw fowl. Fanny Farmer Jr. Cookbook. The Sublime Supper. A Good Table. Cross Creek Cookery. The Nordic Cookbook. Okay. Ooh, wait. Helhilgen van de Jongwerther. Okay. Well, those are some fun titles there. It's about 11:48. Okay, just about noon. Still. Okay, no. There are a few different styles, like a Dreamer's Tale, 51 Tales. Okay, I was gonna be weirded out if it was
The table was
nothing.
still a wreck from the night we left. It was like a bomb had gone off, killing everyone but sparing the furniture.
Wow. Yeah, I was gonna be freaked out if it was nothing but cookbooks. Oh, yeah, that's where this came from. Let's get a little music going, huh?
My mom was the only one of us who could imagine Great-Grandma Edie living in a nursing home. Nothing in the house looked abnormal. There was just too much of it, like a smile with too many teeth.
Ugh. There are too many books. Did I just hear something?
Even the fireplace had a story. Edie told me the bricks came from the original house, after it sank.
Original house. Oh, well, that's fun. What a fantastic table. Ooh. Yeah, see, I could get into this. Look at this. Look at all this book space. And they fill it. It's crazy. Can't see what they were reading. Ooh. Yeah, we just get to explore. It's just an exploratory game. Great. Relaxing.
Great-Grandpa Sven built a music box for Barbara, along with the rest of the house.
Wow. So Great-Grandpa Sven. Bigfoot. Okay, so it's like they're staging the Bigfoot sighting. Because that was just on the top of that, too. The underside of the lid. Great-Grandpa Sven seems like a baller. Veteran. He staged Bigfoot. What do you got?
My mom wasn't much of an optimist, but she never stopped believing that my brother Milton was alive. A lot of things got left behind in the whirlwind of that last night.
That last night. Oh, hello. What have we here?
Edie told me once that every Finch who ever lived is buried somewhere in the library.
Nothing we can do there. Okay. I'm still baffled. This guy staged Bigfoot. Great-Grandpa Sven. I love him. Alright.
Mom always told me to stay out of the basement, so I wasn't too surprised when the key didn't fit.
Alright. Before we go upstairs, we gotta check out the rest of this. Well, I guess we already have. Alright. Upstairs it is. We should ride this up. Come on.
After Milton disappeared, Mom sealed up all the bedrooms. Then Edie retaliated and drilled peepholes.
What? Grandma decided to drill peepholes? That's almost just like a tease, you know? And
Molly always
invasive.
seemed like a girl I could imagine being friends with, if she hadn't died in 1947.
Molly. Wow, and her room is still here? Is that Great-Grandpa Sven? They've got some good photos on the wall, man. Oh,
I
wow.
spent a lot of time playing in Great Uncle Walter's room. I think my mom sometimes regretted not sealing it up.
This is such a cool room. Nice paint job.
Lewis told me there were secret passages, but I never believed him.
Oh! Hey, our key worked.
Turns out, my mom was really good at keeping secrets.
Oh, hey, hey.
Now it was time to find out what my mom had been afraid of.
Okay, well, let's... That was cool. Oh, I love that stained glass.
From the paintings on the wall, it was clear my brother Milton had been here before me. Reading this, maybe it sounds like I had a plan. But I had no idea what was behind that door.
So ominous. Is this gonna get spooky
Just
at
like I
some
had
point?
no idea where all this was gonna lead.
And now we're in Molly's room.
I grew up looking at Molly's room through the peephole. Being inside for the first time, I felt like I'd stepped behind a painting.
Yeah.
I got the sense Edie had spent a lot of time here, before my mom sealed the doors.
Wow. Very cool. Doing a lot of cool stuff at the very least.
December 13th, 1947. Dear Diary, I'll be gone soon, but I wanted to tell somebody about what's gonna happen. It started when Mom sent me to bed without dinner. I woke up and I was starving, so I looked around for something to eat.
Oh, and now we're playing as Molly. Cool. Alright. Is there a little fishy?
I thought about eating Christopher, but I held back.
Don't eat Christopher. Oh, that's fun. Eat a starfish. Oh, it is dark, huh?
My Halloween candy was all gone.
Oh.
The gerbil food was dry, but I didn't mind it.
Gross. Alright. Let's keep...
Mom, can I come out now?
Sweetheart, it's late. Go to sleep.
Oh, no. I'm hungry. I just ate gerbil food. Oh?
I kept eating and eating.
What? No, what? No! Oh man, what else you gonna eat?
I ate a lot of things that night.
Wait. Aren't those poisonous?
Then I heard chirping outside my window. It was a barn swallow going back to her nest. I reached out for her. And suddenly,
Whoa.
I was a cat.
I'm a cat now. I did not expect that. Gonna get you. How do I jump? Oh. Gonna get
I
you.
tried to be quiet, but the bird was really scared.
Yeah. Oh, it's Christmas. There's just that light purring. And it feels like I'm a cat, too. This is great.
Mom and Dad didn't even look at me.
Almost. Come here, cutie. Yeah.
I jumped and I almost got her.
Super stealth attack incoming.
Yeah. I could tell she was getting really tired.
Oh. Oh, they're little wind-up toys. Cool. That was a fun little thing.
Now I was up in the big tree. I promised Dad I wouldn't climb it anymore. All I cared about was eating that mama bird.
So pretty, too. Okay, back to business. Don't you worry about nothing. Oh!
I gobbled her up,
Oh!
and suddenly I was an owl. First,
Whoa.
all I heard was the wind. Then I heard little teeth nibbling in the grass.
Whoa. This is...
Rabbits.
Oh, wow.
I imagined his face looking up and seeing mine through my talons. I swallowed him up, and I didn't chew one bit. Then I flew off to find something bigger.
Oh, man.
A mama rabbit.
I'm coming for you.
She was almost too big to carry. I started choking, but I couldn't stop eating.
Oh, man. Heavy metal.
And suddenly, I was a shark.
What? I'm sorry, what? I just was not expecting that. Hey, you guys. What am I doing here? Ah! Martha, I'm coming home! Ah! Ah!
I rolled off a cliff and into the ocean. Now, I was hungrier than ever.
Yeah, after all that rolling. This is cool. Ooh, gonna get you. Man, I just feel like there's so much exploration you could do in each one of these. Oh, I'm clipping. Alright, let's find some fish. Oh, hey, bud.
I wanted fat, juicy seals.
Oh, yeah, come here. Oh,
I tore off her flipper, and it tasted really good.
oh. Did they have this game for VR? Because I feel like it would do really well with that. Oh. Where'd you go? Oh no. Oh no, I lost a scent. Oh.
Grabbed on tight. But I was so hungry, I jumped out of the water. When I opened my eyes, everything had changed.
What? Oh, how cool.
Now I was a monster, and I smelled people everywhere.
This is...
I was big, but I moved real quiet.
Come on, me.
I wanted to stop, but also I didn't.
I'll get you.
After the last passenger, I was still hungry. And across the water, I smelled something new. Something I had to have, so I swam towards it.
How cool. I was just right into this. This is
I
great.
slithered onto the sand, and the good smell went into an old pipe.
Oh. Yeah, let's just make this the blockbuster movie of the century. Yeah, really get that gross out factor. Not only is it gonna eat you, it's
I got
covered in
closer and
toilet.
closer.
Oh, this seems a little familiar.
All of my stomach started growling. And suddenly, I was me again. I held my breath for a long time, but I couldn't hear anything. I think it's waiting for me to fall asleep. But it's not going to wait much longer. It needs to be, and we both know I will be delicious.
Wow. Well, that has drastically changed my ideas of what this game will be like.
I'm not sure if I believed all of that, but I'm sure Edie would have.
Very cool. So, Ingeborg. You got Odin and Edie. And then you've got Walter, Sam, Calvin, Barbara. Well, alright. Oh. Well, no going back. Alright. Probably don't want to do the cat route.
This will be obvious later, but my mom never told me any of these stories. Edie would have, but Mom didn't like bringing up the past. Though, when we adopted a stray kitten, she was the one who named it Molly.
Oh.
I spent a lot of time in Great-Grandma Edie's room.
I think she might like birds and little needlework. Not sure though. She might be into canvases, if I were to guess. Jeez Louise. She's quite the painter.
Louis died a week before we left, but Edie had already started to memorialize him.
Aw, it's nice of her. Boy, she's just craft of all trades.
Her room was like a museum. For 500 years, the Finches have been famous throughout Norway for their fortune and misfortune. Odin Finch buries the latest victims of the family curse, his wife Ingeborg and their newborn son, Johan.
Oh.
On January 7th, 1937, he set sail with his family and his house, hoping to leave the curse behind.
That must have been tricky.
But 40-foot waves off the coast of Washington send the house and Odin to the bottom of the sea. Odin's daughter Edie, with husband Sven and baby Molly, step ashore on their new home, Orcas Island. Odin Finch is the first to be buried in the new family cemetery. His daughter Edie is already dreaming of a new Finch house.
Wow.
Whatever's wrong with this family, it goes back a long ways.
I see. We're filling it in as we go. Okay, cool. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know if I would try and move a whole house on a boat across the ocean. That just seems kind of like a bad idea. But then again, I don't know. I'm not an engineer. Ooh. Hard hat and a bonnet. Can we peep it? Can we peephole it? No? Okay. She's into hats. What a lovely lamp. Built 1937. Good old Sven.
When Edie told people Sven was killed by a dragon, she could also have said he was building a dragon-shaped slide that collapsed. She could have, but she didn't.
Aww. It's horrible. So it was a slide.
Even in her 90s, sometimes Edie seemed a lot younger than my mother.
Ouch. Ooh. Yes, please. Oh. Well, then I think about it, it's a bathroom. I don't know. But like, in this room? Oh yeah. Look at this. It's like barnacles. Just a whole bunch of barnacles. Oh, can't see what we look like. What? That doesn't seem like a very effective mirror at all.
The only trace Grandpa Sam's first wife Kay left on the house was the pink bathroom. It was a pretty big trace.
Yeah, she had good taste. There's a secret in the bathroom. By Sven and Edith Finch.
There's a secret in this bathroom. It's in the last place you would look. It isn't in the cupboard. It's hidden in this book.
Fun. Oh, this is fun. Little exploration.
Sven gave Sam an old camera he'd refurbished. He never put it down.
His own little black room, or dark room. What are they called? I think it's a dark room. Oh, the 80s. That's a good shot. Couple turns land into a native haven. Awfully creaky in this end of the woods. Great carpet. Oh. Calvin, your room is so cool. I mean, shoot, even if I wasn't a kid, I think this would be a really cool room. You got all this space, you got all these sweet things. You know, as long as you can move the bed. Wow.
I knew Grandpa Sam had a twin. And that he never talked about him.
He was the dreamer. Okay. Got it. Calvin and Sam both lived in here. Is this suggesting that he died? Well, he probably did die, didn't he? Not to be sad about it, but Calvin, yeah, he was 11 years old. That kind of seems like Sam had to live seeing this, and this was just roped off, like in his room. I don't know. So he's the hunter, ranger, military, photographer, and he's the dreamer. Loves his toys, loves his space. Shall we go to the command center?
I guess my grandpa didn't like history any more than my mom did.
Oh, yeah.
How I Want to Remember My Brother by Sam Finch. The thing I remember is that when he made up his mind, that was it.
Oh, look at that.
My brother
I'm
said he'd die
controlling
before
both
he ate
legs.
another mushroom. And he did.
Yeah, so each stick is... This is freaking
At
sweet.
Barbara's funeral, we swore we'd never be afraid again. And he wasn't. I think Calvin always wanted to fly.
Oh, yeah.
Calvin, dinner's ready.
Coming!
But that day, he finally made up his mind to do it. I told
Goodbye,
him going
Sam.
around was impossible. Maybe if I hadn't said that,
Calvin, I'm not
This.
gonna tell you again.
maybe if the wind hadn't picked up,
Goodbye, Mom! Goodbye, Sam!
then maybe he'd still be here. But I doubt it. I think he'd already made up his mind. That's what I want to remember about my brother.
This is terrifying. Man, I wish I had VR. Oh. Oh!
The day he made up his mind to fly. And he did.
Whew.
Calvin's story felt strangely familiar. When I was younger, I remember trying to do the exact same thing.
That was cool.
After the funeral, Edie roped off Calvin's half of the room.
Yeah. Bit much. It'd be hard to live with.
Mom said Grandpa Sam enlisted at 18 and never set foot in the room again.
Well, Sam was out of there. I'm gonna say it again. Great Grandpa Sven is amazing. He built this house? Holy crap.
The passages were a pretty tight fit. They'd obviously been built for smaller hands and bellies.
So that's Barbara's room. Wow.
Mom must have locked the third floor stairs on the night we left. Whenever people ask me about my family, the first thing they always want to know about is Barbara.
Oh, they weren't trying to dupe... Okay, they weren't creating a Bigfoot footage. They had a movie called My Friend Bigfoot, starring Barbara Finch. Well, well, well. That picture right there makes a lot more sense. And now we're upstairs. Well, we just unlocked a little shortcut, and I think now we gotta go to Barbara's room. Ooh.
Growing up, I always thought of Barbara as a child star.
Oh, you are way too scary. Who is this movie aimed towards? Like, who's your target audience? Ooh.
I never thought about how hard it must have been for her afterwards.
That's a very cool clock, though. Ooh.
Of all the stories people wrote about Barbara's death, I'm surprised Edie saved this one.
Oh.
Old Jack here with another ghastly tale inspired by America's most unfortunate family. I'm calling it The Surprise Ending of Barbara Finch.
Little Tales from the Crypt callback.
As a child star, Barbara was famous for her scream. Now at 16, she was all washed up, a has-been. But in a lucky break, she'd been asked to perform her signature scream at a local convention for monster movie fans. It was just the boost her career needed. Unfortunately, her scream hadn't aged well.
Getting better. I think you just need the right motivation.
Her biggest fan and current boyfriend, Rick, was about to demonstrate when...
Now that was a great scream.
It was Barbara's father, Sven. He'd slipped into a table saw and had to be rushed to the emergency room. So Barbara got stuck babysitting her youngest brother, Walter. Her convention comeback was cancelled.
Okay, I'm hearing frustration, but I'm not hearing terror. What if I tried...
A gang of hoodlums in Halloween masks have been terrorizing Orcas Island tonight. Police are urging residents to...
That came from the basement.
You're right! Also, I loved your delivery on that. Why is your basement door locked?
Because my dad likes making puzzles and secret passages. There's a key hidden in the music box. The secret is to keep winding and winding until finally the key pops out.
Thanks, babe. I'll be back in a sec.
Okay.
20 minutes later, Rick hadn't returned. So Barbara went to look for him, right on cue. She reached for the music box. And as she wound the key, she listened for Rick, but the house was silent. She found Rick's crutch and imagined the worst.
man killer, Dr. Carl Hamill, who impaled and then ate his family 10 years ago tonight.
Yeah, Hookman. Best not come after me. I'm using comedy because I'm terrified.
Oh, Finch rattled and grew still.
Oh dear!
Rick?
Barb, relax. I was just trying to scare you to help you find your screen.
Well, I'm not scared, Rick. I'm furious.
Then act furious. All I'm getting from you now is that you're hurt and confused and you're...
She threw him out, but she kept a little something to remember him by.
Barb, have you seen my other crutch?
And she was still holding it when she fell asleep watching the late picture show. Hours later...
Barbara! Walter, what's going on up there? Ah! Okay, I'm coming up, but if this is a trick, you're dead, Walter.
I'm a little disappointed I can't break this. Or this. Oh my god. The decor is to die for. Barbara, you don't know how good you got it. Coming, Walter. Walter, we have a lot of Halloween stuff.
Walter, are you there? Walter had vanished, but his bedside radio was still on.
Orcas Island police describe the man as 6 feet tall, with a steel hook for a hand. Residents are urged to lock all doors and windows and notify the police of any suspicious activity.
Oh god.
Barbara turned, saw the hook man, and was speechless. He was quite smashing. And he was. He couldn't get enough of Barbara.
Okay, Barbara, there's gotta be another way out of here.
That night, she played her part beautifully. Molly's door hadn't been opened in years. The hinges grow. He wasn't moving, but she sensed the story might not be over yet.
Classic. You never take your eyes off the killer. Classic mistake.
The hookman had vanished. She listened for his breathing, but all she heard was... someone at the door was dying to speak to young Barbara. At the door, she heard whispering. It was coming from inside the house.
Oh dear.
The monsters had come to surprise her. For Barbara, it was a dream come true. Then she saw what kind of monsters they were, and she realized what was about to happen. She was going to be famous. And with her final breath, Barbara Finch gave the performance of her life. I wasn't there myself, but I hear Barbara was magnificent. Poor girl. She had a taste for stardom. But unfortunately, so did her fans. Of course, the police blamed it all on poor Rick, who disappeared the same night. And little Walter, hiding under his bed the whole time. He took it all pretty hard, but that's another story. As for Barbara, tucked inside the music box is all they ever found of her. Her ear. Now that's what I call a real eerie tale.
Thank you for listening to our story of dread. Creepy.
Edie told me all Barbara wanted was to be remembered, as absurd as that comic was. Maybe what Edie saw was a happy ending.
That was... I loved that comic book style. That was cool. Very cool. You gotta love good old Tales from the Crypt. Well, I don't think I need to do this. Or shucks. Okay. Back in the box.
I guess now I know why Mom didn't like me playing with the music box.
Shall we? That was a little weird. It's a little weird that that comic book was so accurate.
Mom said the basement was off limits, unless I wanted another tetanus shot.
The infamous dragon slide.
I saw Edie sneak down to the basement once, carrying packages. I thought maybe she was hiding presents.
Heads. Oh,
It turned
okay.
out she was hiding a lot more than that.
I mean, at any second, this could take a very dark turn. If it wanted to. Ooh, speaking of dark turns,
I
yeah,
remember asking Mom
couldn't see
once about
anything.
where Walter had gone. She said after Barbara died, he got as far away as he could.
So she got eaten by monsters?
If
Is
there's a
that
pattern in all these stories,
There's a lot of chili. Pea soup.
I think it's that none of us has gotten very far.
So Walter was a prepper. Pretty sweet setup. Great view. He's got his train. Not a lot of space to make a track, but hey. All this cooking stuff. Cool. Walter, let's find out about you.
Goodbye, everyone. I can't believe I've been down here for 30 years.
Oh, whoa.
On that first day, after the shaking started, I didn't think I'd survive a week.
She was bringing food down here so he could stay.
But after a few days, I settled into a routine. That's what kept me sane. Having a schedule, living for today. I always expected to be dead tomorrow. But if you wait long enough, you get used to anything. Even a monster on the other side of the door starts to feel normal. Almost friendly.
Peaches, right? Those are supposed to be peaches? Because he is
And then
downing
one day,
them.
everything just stopped.
Holy crap, 2005.
Whatever that thing was, it was gone. Maybe it got tired of waiting. Or maybe I just got tired of being afraid. It's been a week now, the longest in 30 years. I'm done waiting. I have to leave. Well, I still can.
Any final things we want to do? You know, kiss our train goodbye? Shot of pepper? Something?
I know it's out there, somewhere. Whatever killed Barbara and Molly. And Calvin.
Yeah, he really didn't take it very well. I feel bad for the guy. But the family does seem to be like cursed, like all sorts of crap happens to him. Is this the refuse? What, 30 years worth? 20 years?
Maybe this is all a mistake. But I need to stop living the same day, even if it kills me. Whatever's out there, I want you to know I'm ready for it. I'm going to appreciate all of it, especially the food. fine if I only have a year left. Or a month. Or a single week. I'd be happy with one more day. I can already imagine the sun on my face.
Ooh.
Walter died when I was 6. I can't believe my mom never told me he was down here.
Wow. I feel like we might have missed Edie's story. Yeah, I'd like to go back and get that.
I'm sure my mom was trying to protect me.
I wonder if we can. Well, let's just keep going.
Maybe she was afraid I'd end up like Walter. But if she never told me about an uncle under the house, I can only imagine what else she was hiding.
Yeah, really.
I don't want to make the same mistakes she made. Trying to bury something that's still alive. Now that there's only one of us left, or maybe 2, I thought it was time I heard the stories for myself and found out what happened to everyone else. But now I'm worried the stories themselves might be the problem. Maybe we believed so much in a family curse, we made it real.
And the memorial for Walter. Ah, he loved trains so much, and then he was killed by one. What do we have out there?
I don't know if I should even be writing this. Maybe it'd be better if all this just died with me. But I thought you should know about your family. And the history you're a part of. Though to be honest, I feel as lost as you probably do right now. I think the people in these stories believed them, for what that's worth.
I'm having a little bit of trouble knowing where to go. Oh no, I'm stuck. Oh no. No, 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 no. No, 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 no. Okay. I thought we just got stuck. What on earth? Where am I trying to go here? Ah, got it. Her mom didn't tell her about an uncle who was living there. Under the house.
Look at the house. Had that history of imagination and stubbornness and madness. Any of it seems possible.
Then again, she was only 6 years old. I mean, that's some pretty heavy stuff. Hey, he went into a depression. Then again, what shakes was he hearing? It was mental? Makes you wonder. His story is the most impactful for me so far. Although it was fun being a cat and a tiger. Well, certainly looks like we can't get over there.
I think we've been surrounded by death for so long, we've just gotten used to it. What kind of family finishes building a cemetery before starting the house? It's embarrassing for me to admit this, but the pet cemetery made me more uncomfortable than the human one. 3 of the gerbils were mine, and 2 had been my fault.
Derpy. Derpy, burpy, chirpy, furpy, lurpy, zerpy, and Derpy Jr. Wow. Shotzi.
Sven built the house, but it was Edie who designed the cemetery. I'm sure Odin's monument had been Edie's idea. My mom was always trying to move on, but for Edie, the past never went away. She could see it poking out of the water at low tide.
That's the old house?
Edie said she dreamed about the old house every night.
Wow, they just about made it, too.
Edie's side was always easier for me to understand. But the older I get, the more I can see where my mom was coming from. Her dad had been pretty strict, but it wasn't enough to save her brothers. She was just trying to do better. She lost 2 of her brothers, just like I did. I get why she tried so hard to protect us. We never found Milton's body, so my mom insisted we were putting up a monument, not a tombstone. There's so many things I wish I could ask my mom now. Part of me thinks this is what she wanted all along. For me to come back someday and find everything out for myself.
Sorry I've gone silent here. I'm kind of just getting into it and letting her, say her piece.
But looking back on it now, if she told me there was going to be so much climbing, I never would have come when I was 22 weeks pregnant.
Oh, she's pregnant? At 17? No, and she just lost her mom. Poor thing.
I never met Grandpa Sam, but I think he and my mom had a lot in common. They were both pretty intense. Sam spent his life shooting photos, but Mom said he got nervous being in front of the camera. I guess we're all afraid of something. Instead of hiding from death, Sam seemed to go out of his way to meet it.
Airline ticket. Kay was gonna leave. Right? That's what trying to tell us.
Dawn, I promise, you'll never forget this weekend.
Yes, sir.
These memories are gonna last a lifetime. Perfect.
It's gonna rain the whole weekend, isn't it? Please just take the damn picture.
Hey, language.
I will never forget this weekend, Dad.
That's okay, got it.
I'm gonna take some pictures, okay?
Just be careful. The camera's older than you are.
Let's see here. We gotta get just the perfect picture.
You're right, Dad. It's starting to clear up. Still freezing, though.
Oh?
Aw.
kayak over there.
Definitely should not have drunk all that coffee.
Hey!
That's a keeper. Hold still while I take a picture of you.
I'm just saying, I'm not always gonna be here, Don. You'll need to remember this stuff if you want to survive.
I'll be fine, Dad.
You know who else thought he was gonna be fine?
Some guy who died.
Don, I'm being serious.
I know, Dad. You're always serious. Doesn't being out here make you want to chill out?
Well, to tell you the truth, I haven't been out here in 20 years. Last time I was with my brother Calvin. Man, that was a great trip.
Dad!
Good eyes, Don.
Beautiful. Bigfoot? Not really sure what I'm missing here. Last time it changed when I took a picture of him. Just a little bit of everything. Really though, I'm not quite sure. Folks. You just gotta take enough to take a full roll. It is pretty fun though. Could be that I'm like missing something. Anybody knows what I'm supposed to be doing here? Let me know. Now we're just Bigfoot hunting. You would think the roll of film would be done, but not. I'm really not sure how to go on from this point. We're stuck taking pictures, okay? This is our life now. This is us. Like, I keep thinking I gotta, like, focus on him. There's so much you can look at. Three hours later. Go to the next part. What is this? I just got... Oh!
Before you take the shot,
that was
get a
it.
picture of it.
Before you take the shot... What?
Dad... Do I have to do this?
Dawn, you don't have to do anything. But if you want to survive, you'll need to be strong. Now keep yourself squared up, elbows down, like we practiced. Whenever you're ready. Great shot, Don.
Ooh.
I'm proud of you, Dawn. Always remember that, okay? Sorry, Don. Just gotta reset the timer.
Right here? Oh, right here.
Hang on, kiddo. Just trying to get a shot of the two of us together.
Oh, man.
Dad, it's twitching. I think
That's
it's
totally
so...
normal, Don. Just focus on the camera. Try not to think about...
Dad!
Oh, well. Wow. Wow.
Of all these stories, that's the one I wish most that my mom had told me.
I wonder why. Well, I'm really happy that we escaped the photo taking, because I didn't think we were going to make it there for a second. I thought we were going to be stuck taking photos for the rest of this game.
After Sam died, my mom and Edie got really close. They'd both lost a lot.
Gregory.
Dear Kay, do you remember the way Gregory used to laugh when he thought he was alone? Like something funny was happening, but only he could see it.
Oh, wow.
I think he saw things the rest of us don't.
Gregory, it's time to... Hold on, sweetie. Hello? Sam, I told you I don't want to talk right now.
I wonder what he saw. What his world was like. Reminded me so much of Calvin. Lost in his imagination. Whatever it was he saw. It sure made him happy. I know how silly it sounds. But I worried about a baby being too happy. But I could feel him slipping away.
Sorry about that, Gregory.
I know you did everything you could. Maybe if I hadn't called that night.
Hold on, I don't want Gregory to hear this.
Yeah, I think I'd rather not hit the water like it's obviously wanting me to do. I'd rather just have fun. Me and these little buddies, me and this frog and these little soapy buddies, we're just gonna hang out until Mom comes back. Bounce? Oh, this is a wind-up toy? I never realized that. fact, let's just get safely out of way so nothing happens to Gregory. See? We're cool. No, I'd really rather not hit that faucet. Like, the other ones, I didn't see it coming. This one, I'd rather not. I'm Freddy the Frog. Don't hop onto the faucet. You could drown yourself. And then everybody's sad, and that's just bummerific, says Freddy the Frog. That's my catchphrase. That's bummerific. Don't drown. Because that's bummerific. Oh my god, that's kind of freaky. Okay. Game, you're kind of twisted. Like, I know what we're doing here. And I don't want to. Can't Gregory and Freddy the Frog just chill, you know? Just have a good time? I really don't want to. We all know it's gonna happen. Can I get some preemptive Fs in the chat? Because I really don't want to do this. Here we go!
I wish he could have told us about the world he saw. There's so much I don't understand about Gregory. About everything. Good luck, Kay. Love, Sam.
Oh, man. And that precipitated them getting a divorce. Oh, man. 1 year old. Yeah, I'm not happy with the game for making me do that.
I can't imagine my mom ever writing poetry, and yet...
Oh, cool.
A poem for Gus, who always said the wedding was a bad idea. Our father never hit us kids, at least not very hard, before the day my brother said with teenage disregard that he'd be dead before he'd see a wedding in our yard.
Let's go fly a kite up to the highest height. Let's see that sick trick.
father made him come, of course, but Gus stood far apart, just flew his kite and bottled up the storm inside his heart. I tried to talk him out of it, but though he'd never met her, we don't need a stepmom were the words that I
now pronounce you husband and wife. You may kiss the bride.
Just dive bombing people.
When the time for photos came, Dad ordered him to come here. But Gus declined, and as a sign held up his middle finger. The wind picked up, and panicked geese appeared and quickly went. But all the humans did that day was go inside the tent. Rain came down in buckets then, but no one seemed afraid that nature might destroy the tent our dad had crudely made. The thunder sounded much too close and full of angry power, but all my father said to this was, "Make the music louder." I wish that I could truly say I thought about you on that day. Out there on the beach alone, just you, the wind, the sea, and foam. But I didn't, until we found you.
Wow. That was... Ooh.
She never talked about him, but Mom told me once if I was a boy, they were going to name me Gus.
She didn't even think about him until they found him. Dark.
My mom moved up to the loft after her brothers died. At the time, it was as far away as she could get. Religion was another thing my mom never talked about, but I think it helped her a lot after her dad died. She spent a summer building houses in Calcutta, where she met my dad, Sanjay.
College application deadline. Don't forget. What does that say? Visa application, background check, interview? Cool. Basically just planning her trip. Aw. Doing some sort of work or something. It's cool. Ah, here we go. Believe, provide, sustain, where helping hands create safe places. Well, very cool. Pretty studious. Alright.
My mom moved to India a week after graduation and got a job teaching English. Louis was born a year later.
Heyo. Oh, we're getting up there now. Basically up there.
When my dad died, I don't think Mom knew where else to go. I'm sure Edie was happy to have her back. And to see kids in the house again.
This is amazing. I would love to have something like this.
The house had to get a little bigger, but Edie was used to that. And for a while, things were good. Almost normal.
Like flashcards on who your family is? How cool is this? Like...
But it didn't last.
When I first showed up, I was pretty dubious on the whole height and tree house portion of this house, and I've changed it. I'm completely on board now. Like, that outside area is fantastic. Can you imagine grilling out there? Like, ooh.
The beginning of the end was Milton's 10th birthday, when Edie gave him a castle. After Milton disappeared, the only thing he left behind was a room full of paintings.
Really? Wow.
I think Edie was happy to finally have another painter in the family.
How cool. Man, how old was he when he was painting this? Because this is amazing. Could Could you imagine just sitting up here? Ah, oh, my goodness. This is the most... Oh! We're actually on our way toward the rickety, terrifying part. Okay, yeah. Maybe I'll change my opinion again, but... Wow.
Milton Finch in The Magic Paintbrush.
You can actually affect the speed of it.
I was 4 when Milton disappeared.
Sad.
Mom
He's an
spent months
incredible
searching for my
painter.
brother. Then she sealed the doors.
Wow.
Whatever Milton had found in the house, Mom didn't want it getting out. Mom definitely blamed Edie, but I think Louis blamed himself. After he graduated, he just spent more and more time in his room. Until Mom got him a job at the cannery. Everyone always told me to stay out of Louis's room. Except Louis.
Alright. He likes his black light. But 88? Good year. Good year. Oh, those are cool. He lives in a boat. In a tree on top of a house.
Louis's room smelled very, very familiar. That part of him lived on.
I wonder what the smell was.
He was so proud of being Indian. I think for him, it was a way to be something other than just a Finch. Louis and I spent a lot of time playing games together, but he was surprisingly bad at them. He died a lot.
The old Wonderland Turbo. You gotta love this music. And dude, if you're gonna have more than one, at least make them look a little different. 2 blue ones? What's the point?
Dear Mrs. Finch, as Louis's psychiatrist, I can understand your desire for an explanation. As I see it, the trouble began in January, shortly after we convinced your son to seek treatment for substance abuse. Newly sober, I believe Lewis first noticed the monotony of his daily life.
Oh, about to do
He
it.
kept working at the cannery. But he withdrew part of himself.
Yeah, this is pretty monotonous.
In our
Guys
sessions,
like that
I saw the
noise.
same behavior.
Ugh.
His mind began to wander.
Oh. Oh. That's neat. Left stick and right stick.
I asked him to describe it. He said he started small, imagining a labyrinth. He'd feel his way about. Then something moved. Bats. And toads. And things that have not names. He knew it was all in his head. But he took it very seriously. I had hoped he'd find himself. But he found something more. I worried about him then, daydreaming at the cannery. I spoke with his boss, but he said Lewis had become a model employee. Methodical, tireless, focused. So I let him go on. I even encouraged him. It seemed very promising at first. He told me he'd made a new friend. On the edge of a city he named Lewis Topia. He built the city up slowly, brick by brick. Then he made musicians. And songs for them to play. He talked about starting a band. And he was always humming something. Every day his imagination grew stronger.
Wow.
He no longer spoke at the cannery. But his chopping was as reliable as ever. Then one day it struck him that all the cheering crowds, even the stones under his feet, were all in his imagination. So he could do whatever he wished. He held an election for mayor. And he won.
Cool. Little video
They begged
game.
him to stay, but his mind was already wandering. It became a game for him.
Oh, a literal game now.
He'd conquer a city, then immediately push on. New Louisville. St. Louis. He started drifting away from our reality. Minneapolis. Until one day he forgot to go home from the cannery. Even as his mother pleaded with him, part of Louis kept sailing on.
Wow.
In Louisburg, he heard rumors of a
handsome queen sounds pretty tasty.
handsome queen. The queen was on her own quest for...
She's on a quest to get rainbows, of course.
Radiant rainbows.
Oh no!
He followed the sound of her...
Electric sitar, please. Thank you.
Electric sitar.
Uh-huh.
His chase led him to a golden palace east of the sun and west of the moon. Even then, his logic remained sound.
He is just losing it.
He knew the world was all in his imagination.
We're going for the fish chopping record, man.
But he was so proud of having created it. In his own eyes, he'd become something greater than a king.
All hail Trouthead! All hail this trout I'm holding! You there! Do you respect the Trout King?
For someone who'd never known success in the real world, I think it was overwhelming. And then it struck him that the real Louis was not the one chopping salmon, but the one climbing the steps of a golden palace. My imagination is as real as my body, he told me.
People! Trout King here. Goodbye.
It was hard to argue with him.
Ooh. Yeah, a little depressing. Go figure. Come on, dude, this is your job. You don't need this crap right there. I mean, like, I agree, but also, you don't need to
Began to forget
broadcast
the
it like
world
that.
we know.
Can I play this video game, though? No.
I think it pained him to remember Lewis, the cannery worker.
Man, I wonder why. Pretty sweet gig, you know?
He began to despise the man with a royal contempt.
Ay, ay, ay. Where are we heading here? Ah. Well, onward we go.
I still thought I could save him.
Goodbye, cannery.
Even after he said he was being crowned king over all the lands of wonder. The palace would be packed with his companions.
No, really, you shouldn't have. I didn't do anything. It's okay. Nah, I just chopped heads off a fish. It's okay. I work at a cannery. Oh, you should be... Oh, come on now. Come now.
Wise Calico had insisted on advising.
Oh, Calico. No, this is all Calico's doing. You guys... Come now, come now. Oh, this is too much. You really shouldn't have. Oh, stop. Guys, I'm blushing. That must be Calico. Oh, that's Molly. Welcome, Molly. Really, you shouldn't have. Yes, at ease, at ease. Yep. At ease, yes.
His queen waited, holding his crown. There was only one thing left to do. Bend down his head.
Really, you shouldn't have. You shouldn't have. It's okay, yeah. I'm not worthy.
And the rest I think you know. Mrs. Finch, your son was a kind man who will be missed by all of us who knew him.
Ay, ay, ay.
My brother was really cool. I wish you could have met him.
You know, it looks like we did miss Edie, and I'm a little bit upset about it. Way back when we started. I hope we can go back. Man. Hey, Chevy Addiction. Welcome, man. Wow.
On the way back from Lewis's funeral, my mom told me to start packing. She waited until the day before we left to tell Edie. I'm not sure if she wanted to make it easier or harder. I wish we'd stayed. But I understand why we left. My mom ended up leaving everything behind.
Oh, she wrote a novel. Why would she leave these lamps, though? That's my biggest question. Those lamps are fantastic. And you gotta keep that photo, come on. She's just running away from it all. Granted, this entire house is filled with memories of sadness and all sorts of stuff I would want to run away from. How do I get up these stairs here? Okay.
What happened that night had been coming for a long time. Maybe it should have come sooner.
Oh, this is my old room. We lived in the terrifying area.
All that's left now was to tell you about that last night.
Oh boy. What are we gonna find out at this last night? Oh, those are cool. This game kind of reminds me of the old PS game Myst. Yeah, I never played that, but that's what my friend told me. Recommended this game. Oh, and now we're writing it.
That whole last day, Edie just watched us pack and didn't say a word. Until supper, when she raised her glass and said,
"To our final night together, and all our final nights apart."
Grandma, you know what I said about alcohol. Some of your medications are very
Edith,
specific.
I left a present for you in the hallway. Why don't you go open it? The grown-ups have to argue now.
I'm sorry, you're right. We're all leaving tomorrow. Let's just enjoy our last...
I'm not leaving.
Edith, you're excused.
The power had been shut off that morning, but Edie always had plenty of candles. When my mom sealed the library, I don't think she knew about the other entrance. Or that Edie had a key to it.
That thing you're afraid of isn't going to end when you leave the house. Edith has a right to know these stories.
My children are dead because of your stories. I think it's best if Edith and I leave tonight. We'll have the nursing home send a van for you in the morning. Okay?
Jeez, Ice Queen. It's your mom you're talking to. Have a little respect.
Dear Edith, there's so many stories I wish I could tell you, but there's only time for one. This is about what happened on the night you were born. That night, the tide went way, way out. It was the first and last time I ever saw the old house aground. there'd been an earthquake out in the middle of the ocean. They called it the lowest tide in 1,000 years. God, it smelled awful. You know, I've seen that house every day of my life. But I never thought I'd go back to it. When the fog rolled in, I lost my way. I got turned around. I started seeing things. Things I'd forgotten had ever existed. But when I saw them, they felt like old friends. That night, a lot of things came back to me. Or maybe I came back to them.
A little more like it.
Things I can't explain, but that I need you to try and...
Edith, what are you doing in here?
It's mine.
Edith!
Mom, you're gonna rip it! Let go!
Yo, Mom.
I kicked
Mom.
and screamed, but Mom dragged me to the car. I never saw Great-Grandma Edie again.
Bye, Grandma.
The next morning, the van came to pick her up, but she was already gone.
Wow.
After that, we moved around a lot. We both tried to make the best of it. A few years went by. My mom didn't like to talk about it. But she started getting sick a lot. The rest happened pretty quickly. She got better for a while, and then she didn't. And then I was alone.
Man.
The last Finch left alive. Until I found out about you. I'm still not sure what to tell you about all this. If we lived forever, maybe we'd have time to understand things. But as it is, I think the best we can do is try to open our eyes. And appreciate how strange and brief all of this is. This journal was supposed to be for you. But now I hope you'll never see it. I just want to meet you and tell you all these stories myself. But I guess if you're reading this now, things didn't work out that way. This is where your story begins. I'm sorry I won't be there to see it. It's a lot to ask, But I don't want you to be sad that I'm gone. I want you to be amazed that any of us ever had a chance to be here at all. Good luck.
Wow. Is that Calvin? Wow. Giant Sparrow, great job. That was fantastic. Wow. I had no idea what I was getting into when I started this, but I am so happy that I played it. I mean, it just was such a good storytelling device. You just had each person's character telling a different thing. Oh, I got a trophy. Everything ends. Yeah, just doing such a unique way of storytelling. Definitely not a long game, but I guess how long was that? About 3.5 hours? 3 hours? I don't even know. See, that's how good it was, is I just got kind of lost in the story. Especially going from I have absolutely no idea what I'm getting into. I thought it could get spooky. I thought it was going to get scary on us at some point. I thought it was going to take us... It did take us all over. I mean... Man, if you're not comfortable with a little morbidity and death, then maybe this isn't for you. But if you can handle that, then this kind of gets at you a little. Really makes you wonder why everyone's... Oh! Trophy earned. Thanks, Johan. Now I'm just wondering what I won that for. Kind of cool that they've got the photos of all these kids. Interesting too, though. I mean, Edith wrote that for that person. I'm still kind of trying to figure out exactly who that boy was from the very end. Man, that Gregory. I was sitting there just enthralled by the hopping frog and all of that wonderful stuff, and then I was like, oh, I have a bad feeling. That was a tough little spot there. But yeah, this whole thing was just fantastic. As it's going through, I'm reminded more and more. We started off being a cat, and then a shark, and then we... yeah, then we played a video game while chopping trout's heads off. I guess my final opinion on the house, I would absolutely have that house. Mm-hmm. And even if it had that terrifyingly tall ending bit, it wasn't supported well. There's no way it would last, but I'd live in that house. Man. Well, I really appreciate everybody hanging out. I hope I wasn't talking too much when they were talking, or not talking enough, but regardless, appreciate you guys hanging out here with me. I play all sorts of stuff, but I play a lot of Gungeon, although I've been thinking I play a little too much Enter the Gungeon. It's a great game, but we've done all we could. My man Chevy Addiction in the chat said that this game reminds me of Myst. Another game that reminds me a lot of Myst is The Witness. And I've only got 2 parts so far, but I'm pretty well hooked on that game. So I'm gonna be finishing it for sure. It's a pretty small little group. The end. Fantastic. Great job, guys. Great job. All of those folks. Yeah, sadly I missed the Edie. That was the only one that I missed. Oh, so you can just do whatever you want? Well, well, well. It looks like we have a little bit yet to do, actually. Okay, let's do it. Here I am winding down. No, we got a little more to do. We've got a little more to do yet. Edie and Dawn. Wait. Wait a tick. Wait a tick.
That whole last day, Edie just watched us pack and didn't say a word.
Well, I messed up. I messed up.
Until supper, when she raised her glass and said,
"To our final night together, and all..."
Whoops. We've already done that one. I think I broke the game. Man, Chinese takeout sounds really good. Little Kung Pao chicken. I could definitely go for some Kung Pao chicken. I'm one of those weirdos too that likes broccoli beef. I don't even care, give me it all.
all that's left now is to tell you about that last night.
Well, it keeps bringing us to this. Oh, I see. Dawn and Edith are the same. Well, if that's the case, then I think that's where we're gonna end it. Hey, I appreciate you guys hanging out again, and you know, subscribe, follow, both on Twitch and on YouTube, Goinkler Supreme, if you want to catch me live next time, or if you want to catch up on old videos. But as always, I hope you have a great day. Thanks again, and I'll see you next time, you little Goinkler. Adios. Bye-bye now. Bye-bye.